Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of SDWD, a show where we sit down and talk about whatever comes into my mind. That's a really bad intro. Let's get started. Well, today I'm going to be telling you a story about that big rat. If you're one of my friends and watch this video, you probably heard about the story. This story took place when I was still a freshman. So it was our first midterms. We went out drinking, and then around 2 or 3 a.m. I went back to my boarding house. Okay, now my boarding house, it's an okay place. Okay, my room in the boarding house is an okay place. The boarding house is really good. It's clean. And the landlady isn't strict with guests, so I could have guests. And she doesn't lock the gate if you ask for permission that you're gonna go out. And there's a canteen and the laundry place, so it's really convenient. It's like 5 minutes away from school. It's a nice boarding house, okay? It's just that there are some things that are out of their control. Like this one, that one rat. It's just that one rat. Oh my god. I went back in, I was happy because, I was a little bit tipsy. I unlocked my door, I swung the door open, turned on the lights, and I saw this big ass rat. I'm not exaggerating how big this rat is. It's the size of a small cat. That's how big this rat was. And this rat was on my snack cabinet eating my Doritos. The rat and I looked at each other for like 5 seconds before the rat squeaked and then ran out the door. I got sobered up by the encounter because I didn't know what it was. Like, I didn't expect something that big to be a rat. At first, I thought it was like, oh my god, there's a ferret in my room, but there are no ferrets in the Philippines. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing the word fart correctly. So anyway, about a couple of hours passed. It was about, I didn't get any sleep because I was afraid that the rat would come back and slit my throat while I was asleep. So around 9 a.m., I went out and I bought like 4 or 5 bags of rat poison. Disclaimer, if you don't know a thing about rat poison, I don't recommend that you buy it, especially if you don't take note about how much you place where you place it, because like other stray animals can eat it and you might poison those animals like birds, cats, dogs. So like I don't recommend you buying rat poison unless you know what you're doing. I don't know if there's an ethical way to get rid of rats. So anyway, that was that. I bought like 4 boxes of rat poison, ate lunch outside, and I went back in my boarding house. And when I opened the door, there was this big black thing in the middle of my room, just standing there with my Snickers. First, it was my Doritos. Then, it was my Snickers. I know it's the same rat. Like, how do I know if it's the same rat? It still has the Dorito dust on its whiskers. I'm pretty sure it's the same rat. Okay? So, this time, I was prepared. Okay? I was prepared. I threw the boxes aside. I gave out a primal roar. And then I dove straight to the rat. And I caught it with my bare hands. And I was gripping this rat that was about this big. I was livid. I was so furious at the rat for eating my snacks that I was actually thinking of like turning the rat into shawmai and then eating the rat. Now, I'm not a violent person at all. Like, I get annoyed sometimes and then like sometimes I snap, but I won't go to the extent of like actually like murdering something that's alive. I was just there gripping the rat, and then the rat was trying so desperately to like bite my fingers, get out, but I was gripping it so hard, and I actually like it's a good thing that I snapped out of it, or not I would have killed the rat. So what I did was went out of my boarding house, went out of the block, and then just threw it out the next block. I don't know if I explained that well, but like I didn't want to kill the rat. I don't know why I shared this story. I think I'm running out of stories to tell. I can't go out and film travel vlogs because so that's it. That's the story. That's the story of the big rat.